and importantly as well, this top esports roster can look to try and match side lanes. Handling a Yorick here might not be as difficult. Karma Mantra shields get people to maneuver around the map very quickly. Actually, with Tian moving his way down to that bot side.
Yeah, looks like top esports knows that Chris and Jackie Love keeping targets as well, which means that they want to play in a little bit of that shorter lane, as you were saying. Tian getting a little movement speed by popping the E, then immediately going on to Chris, who again does not have any summoner spells, and that means that first blood will be secured by Weibo. But here comes the Realm Warp as top esports want to try to make a respawn. They force the flash out of light, and it'll just be a trade of supports as Era goes down to Jackie.
But that's a lot of summoner spells committed again. It's Cream's flash going down. They do trade it for Light's flash, so we know that putting gold on Jackie Love is never a bad idea. He's been one of our more stable clutch factor players. Xiaohu here walking in.
They really want to fight this here. It's dragging down to 1,000 HP. It's stolen away by Jackie Love somehow on the Ezreal of all people. And Tian's going to go down first. It's a trade of the junglers though. And now a 3v3 has opened up. Xiaohu is very low though. He's going to have to flash over that Dragon Pit wall as Cream is looking to continue to hunt. Light still does not have that flash. Going to get hit up by the Rune Prism, but now Cream does not have any mana left. Just a couple of more spells can be issued by the Rise. Looks like they're instead target Erha here. The health bars are once again low, but Jackie Love gets taunted up, and everybody on Weibo will escape.
It could have looked a little bit better, but the fight lines are just easier for top esports. I think that Jackie Love committing onto this bot side into Xiaohu, who is definitely going to have to flash that wall, maybe means that they don't quite find a kill. The charge leading the way in, and Jackie Love got that move. Cream has as well. Top should just be able to take this. It's a smite.
Smite's Q here for Tian and make sure that red buff goes over, but here comes the Realm Warp. Cream very far forward, gonna go straight in onto Xiaohu and secure the feats of warfare for top esports, so they don't get the red buff, but they do claim a kill as their prize. Able to generate a lot of pressure here, and with 369 forced to back, maybe he can pick up the plate for himself unless top esports can respond.
Yeah. Oh my word.
Oh
okay.
wow.
Should die here. Has no flash. Not quite able to get in time.
Airhug, oh wow, a lot of spells utilized,
no,
not going to be able to find anything. The Pop Blossom doesn't connect, Airhug just goes down. It's going to come at the cost of a couple of plates for Weibo, but top esports get away with somehow getting a kill. The Scuttler did go to Weibo off that play.
But I do think this is really smart from top. They've sent Cream to match Breed, which is the allocations we were talking about earlier, where they can match side lanes and match the push of the Yorick.
How aggressive do we want to go? Comet Spear goes over, but he is going to get smited away here by Kanavi. So second dragon of the game secured by top esports, and Cream, as you mentioned, going to be able to do a nice job of holding Breed and making sure that he was a wave clear all the minions to make sure the tower doesn't go down.
Yeah, I'd like to see Tian actually just move up to this top side, try to take his turret down. You can see Cream actually 2 levels down on Breeze, knows that he can't really contest it at all. Tian moving into this top side of the map at the very least to support.
Looks like Weibo though are the ones that want to start this up because Kanavi's so low.
Yeah, they want to be able to use this Rift Herald to break open the map a little bit, give Breathe a little more room to play this side lane. TP's coming in from both sides.
Oh, they could try to lock down 369 though as he goes into a bad position and gets taunted up, and there goes Erha with a massive Pop Blossom. It takes up 3 and makes sure that 369 goes first in the fight. Now it's a 4v5 across the map as the Rift Herald gets re-aggroed by the side of Weibo Gaming. Kanavi trying to find some way to jump into the pit. The call to pack is available, but he doesn't want to use it as a one-way trip, so it gets secured by Weibo. Now Tien's looking for the continuity. Grand Star fall forward. They found Jackie Love without any flash, and now with only 0 HP, finally the hail of arrows is going to take him down as Light finds the kill, and another skirmish that is won by Weibo Gaming.
Just spaces out the rest of top esports, call out a couple of people initially, and then they look for this fight. They secure the smite, get the Herald, immediately fighting again.
Oh yeah, we got some tank combat here. Call to Fortune was canceled by some nice crowd control of Xiaohu, and that means that there is no extra follow-up here for top to try to continue the play. Instead, they're looking towards Cream, who just Realm Warped straight to his death. It is Xiaohu to collect the gold there.
Rest of Weibo now with a decision to make. Do they want to spend time waiting in this bot side?
He's out of position, but he's actually going to find the stun still on a 2, forcing Kanavi to flash away. True Shot Barrage doesn't find anything, but here comes the call to Forge God. He's going to knock up Tian, but he uses the H to keep himself alive for a little bit longer. Here's that hero's entrance. It does not find a knockup, and Xiaohu now has to run for the hills. Taunt lands on a 369 as everybody is here around the Dragon Pit.
They're going in.
Comes the Realm Warp. Cream is sending in the artillery, and they've taken down Light. Tian the next to follow, as it's going to be top esports picking themselves up 2 kills, and they can peel right back towards the Drake unless they want more blood here into this game. Looks like only the 2 kills is what they'll get, and they'll claim that soul point as a reward.
Fate of Weibo Gaming. Drake's going to be secured. Atacon's just spawned as well. The delicate timing on that might well indicate Top Esports picked themselves up a 2-for-1. And just like we talked about, Grapes, this is a team, a roster of players who they've been showing weaknesses. They've not been the strongest teams through the early game. But when they need to, in that clutch factor moment, they can step up. They can come into team fights.
But probably shouldn't have been in this position to begin.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking for different targets. If that pop blossoms onto Jackie and Chris, then those 2 players just die instantly, unfortunately.
Top Esports can still continuously find objectives and find fights across other areas of the map. And even now with Cream matching him, you know, it seems like there hasn't been as many towers that have been taken by Breathe in these last few minutes. It's really been Top Esports taking control. They now take out the mid-tier 1. That's their first tower of the game. And
try and handle, and Top Esports, with having the run of the rest of the map as well, can just really easily move in, shut down this Yorick, and carry on with their day as though nothing has really happened. I mean, now's this time, right? Can Weibo just use Breathe to walk up and hit this turret? And they've even got 4 members down on this bot side, and they still don't feel comfortable, right? Like, Cream is the one walking up, taking turrets, and this is really damning. Fortunately, Breathe unable to do anything of that like. It seems like they need to make a move for it. Flash as well from 369 there.
Not expecting that flash. Feel like 369 would have probably been okay there, but that's going to be a crucial summoner spell now down. No way to get in this pit.
How do they get in though, right? Erha uses flash.
Okay, Pop lost them. It finds Chris. They're going to try to stun him down, take down the Karma, but the Karma will live for so long. Finally going down, but that means the soul is controlled. 369 1v5ing and barely unable to survive, as it's going to be another kill picked up for TN. But now, Jackie Love's full HP, and Jackie Love can free hit onto the rest of Weibo Gaming. The Arcane Shift will find himself another kill, and the True Shot Barrage comes out. It's a double kill picked up for the Ezreal.
Synchronized engaged from Weibo. It's just on to the wrong person.
Now we're looking for another fight here for top. Zera is very low again. Kanavi is 6 levels up onto that Nico, and that'll be easy pickings here for Top Esports. They control the topside jungle. They control every facet of Summoner's Rift, as they now can make their way towards the Baron and take it down.
And just to add insult to injury, stop the recall from Tien. The Baron will go down. There's no contest to be had. And this just puts all of the win conditions of Weibo into utter disrepute. The only way that they...
Light is very susceptible to just eating a ton of damage from Cream, or just getting outranged by Jackie Love, specifically. And so it's been really tough for him to play these fights, even though he's 2-1-3 and is the primary carry for this Weibo competition.
Yeah, it's just he's not particularly set up, right? You've talked about it there, and it's exactly right that he is just going to struggle. He's going to get poked out. That's 2 Mystic shots, and he's half HP. Now, he does have Blade of the Ruin King, so there's a little bit of sustain if he can auto attack, but that's always been the question. Gets a couple of autos, and with a little bit of poke that they've been able to put out, that's the base broken open.
And Breathe was taking a red buff on the other side of the map. He's not with the team at the moment. He's, again, their strongest, their richest player, as it should be this bot lane inhibitor going down. Just a couple of more auto attacks, a couple more shots from this cannon minion. And now they can turn their sights into mid. Tier 3 taken down by Kanavi alone. Breathe is still up in the top side. And now Top Esports can just maybe just go for the end at this point, as long as this Yorick isn't there. 369 around to make sure that there is no chance for a backdoor, as now the fight begins in earnest. Here's the Grand Starfall. They're going to try to lock down Jackie Love, but Tien is too far away. He tried to dive onto him, but every one of his team is going to fall before they can even reach the Ezreal. And Jackie Love still won't die. He picks up 2 kills for himself off the back end of things. And Breathe goes down on the backside just as he arrives back in base. A clinical 30-minute win for Top Esports over Weibo as they continue their dominance in Split 2 of the LPL.
And game number 1, Top Esports, they are back in form. There was a shaky start here. Weibo had a couple thousand gold lead at some stage, but make him hit that wall instead of any of your carries. There are a lot of uses here that this Trundle is going to have. You can also reposition Yone ulti if you time it perfectly. Walks up, takes his Raptors, and then immediately bails, goes back down to his bot side. And overall, it looks like they're going to end up with a matched clear. So both of them are going to end up with 6 camps apiece. But again, this is tricky, but possible. If Sion dies and the big wave goes down, they'd be happy to take the 1-for-1.
369 taking a lot of damage. That Decimating Science did not find the knockup, but at least chunks out some DPS. It's Tien holding the wave and now going for the fight. He hits level 3, but the damage might just be too much. The shield is big, though. It forces Tien to flash and he will go down in a 1-for-1 trade, but you will take that if you're Weibo Gaming. That's first blood going over to them.
Yeah, and a lot of minions going to be lost under this turret. Yes, there's a TP to come in, but
Weibo do know about it, but they're losing push in both mid and bot lane.
Yeah, okay, engaged again.
Trying to fight their way through. And they've already had the Ignite on top of Light. They peel away from the Dragon now, are top.
Jackie
and that means that Kanavi is here to try to join this fight in a 3v3. Going to chop up TN, slow him down. Already the health bars are low on Weibo's side, but they're getting chunked really back down on the other side of things as well. As Jackie lives down at 300. Light actually has the XP advantage now in this situation. The Evan Flow comes through, but he gets eaten by a hook. He'll be able to take down Jackie Love, and the Aqua Prison will allow for Weibo to win the fight down bot.
And the wave's going to be lost under that turret as well. A massive turn of events, and it's Light stepping up for Weibo once again. That bot lane with, or into that bot lane with the components of the Essence Reaver, a lot of flat AD, so a quick poke of a piercing light through a minion is going to do some big damage as well as Cream forcing Xiaohu out of the lane there. If that damage should have stuck, might have possibly been able to flash forward, find a kill, not pushing that wave. But even still, currently Weibo once again off to a very good start. We need to see them continue with this though. They've got a very powerful AD carry now in Light, but Kanavi fancies 2v2.
Flashed on though by 369. All out comes through. Light's going to be in melee range of the Cassante, which is never a good sign. He dashes with the pillar though, and allows for TN to come in and save the play. Going for another stun on a 369. He's going to have to dash away and will survive, but it's already a kill going towards Weibo on the top side. And they're looking for something down bottom too, as Jackie Love and Chris are unable to complete the dive on a Xiaohu.
They slow play this, and now there's a massive Scion coming in to clean up Weibo. They're not stopping.
A flash. Oh, the combo is just pure from Breathe. And Jackie Love goes down for the second time. They're looking for the redive on a 369. Weibo Gaming are up 6-1. Have some pretty good games on this Azir in the past, so hopeful if you are top esports that you can play around your young, your newer mid laner in this situation. It's already starting off pretty well. There's the Empress Divide, and as we say it, Cream picks up a big shutdown over TN.
Crisp is playing that fight beautifully, by the way. Finds the hook and immediately walks to block the Arctic Assault over the wall. Hasn't allowed for any sort of struggles in their laning phase. This now bleeds into the Dragon going down, and where Weibo should be looking to contest this because they're 2k gold to the good, with their jungler just dying, they're not able to.
2 in a row for top esports. Again, it's Weibo that have the gold advantage. Weibo that have been able to find these skirmishes, but just that one play that was set up by Cream. Navi helping out a little bit too, but really allowing for top esports to get back into this one a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, this is currently
the more important matters, which is here in the mid lane, where that tier 1 is getting tried to take down by Weibo.
Yeah, I mean, they might be able to take this with the grubs, to be fair. There goes the ulti.
Immediately onto Kanavi, the calling doing a lot of damage as well, but Kanavi's able to pop the ulti in time, and now it is Xiaohu getting singled out and taken down by Cream underneath the tier 1 turret. Another one over to the Azir.
So the question is now, can Weibo take this tier 1 in the mid lane? Because Weibo committed a lot of resources into this mid lane, didn't find anything for it. They need to get some sort of payoff because they lost their top side. They lost out on Xiaohu here, and that has just been interrupted. Cream.
TN, make sure that dash does not allow Cream to go over the wall. Now, not a lot of cooldowns available, so they're going to have to try to fight this out 1v1. He takes the tower shot, and that is going to seal his fate. TN getting his revenge on the last time around, as now on the bot side, it will be Breathe falling as Kanavi and 369 will escape by the slimmest of margins.
Quite clean on the side lanes here from top esports. A really good response from Tien though, as he does take down the Azir, stops Cream from snowballing even further. Unstoppable Onslaught to just walk away, so a couple of good plays across the map. It's Weibo finding a lot of purchase in their jungle and their bot lane, but losing out on those side lanes. So the splitting of the map, the reallocation of resources, and putting gold firmly into Cream's hands.
As Rift Herald has been spawned on the bottom side, Breeze doing his best weak side duties up on the top lane, as he knows the rest of his team's able to get a lot of value here. The Glacial Prison just locking down Christmas. Now Light is looking for the kill onto Kanavi. The culling comes out. He's taking all the bullets into the back of the troll, but he's not able to take him down all the way to full. Instead, their target turns towards the tier 1. A nice Azir ulti from Cream, but he is going to get shut down as Tien picked up his 5th kill of the game, and Christmas the next target. A big win for Weibo Gaming on the bot side.
2-for-0 down bot lane, and it's more gold into Light, it's more gold into Tian, this two-man band turret also. And they're taking down Cream, that one person on top esports who we'd highlighted might be able to come alive in this fight. And in this game, they're constantly putting him down. He was 2-0, now 2-2. However, unfortunately not the case. A little bit of shadowing now from Chris, from Kanavi, as they do try to get a little bit of gold back onto that Azir. And Tier 1 turret will be claimed.
Top esports continually understanding the win condition, understanding the assignment. They know that Cream is the furthest, the strongest champion
that they want, so this is the time to do it. Chris leading the charge. There's a TP from behind.
The top esports want to fight even though they know the Otacon's going to go over. It's a teleport in from the Cassante, but all 5 members of Weibo are grouped up as 5. Breathe taking a lot of damage, but he's a tanky side. He can afford the DPS to be utilized against him. Here comes the Fate Sealed. It knocks up 2, but a nice Emperor's Divide is going to keep Cream safe. First casualty is in onto Chris, and now Jackie Love can pop off. They find the shutdown onto the Sejuani, and Top Esports can look for the fight. The Pillar buying so much space as Top Esports now playing around that brush control. Zhao trying to dish a little bit more damage out. There comes that Dinner Bell. Breathe looking to try to knock down Cream.
Look at Jackie!
But Jackie Love pops the hell off, diving straight into the back line and picking up the ace for TES.
And once again, Grapes, Top Esports come alive in a 5v5. Kanavi and 369, they're playing it exceptionally as well. And all 4 members that stayed up were able to take down to get a part of this fight. But Cream's buffer on the ulti puts Xiaohu out of this fight. Tien as well just takes a little too much damage. And Light's never able to get access to that backline.
We're just a couple of minutes ago, and they are feeling themselves right now. They're
Cream.
looking for yet another fight as the teleport comes in for Cream. Oh, he dives
no.
straight into the knockup though, and that could be disastrous as Light will take him down with a culling. Breathe, gonna be the one to finish off here in a trade as 369 is looking for the rest of Weibo's bot lane. It will be just that 1-for-1.
Weibo, they're gonna be first to the play. Cream with no TP. The rest of Top Esports nowhere to be found. Quick little pick up for them. That's 2 Infernal Dragons now.
So Weibo, they're not going to go quietly here, Rude, even though they got aced around that Otacon.
Breathe though, he just walks up, accepts his own demise. There's a world where if he doesn't do that, Jackie Love's dead!
We're going to have to go back and see how that just happened, because that is a big 2 kills set up here by Weibo Gaming. Light picking up a double kill. They could potentially look for more. 369 is now stunned up, but here comes Kanavi. Cream now on the retreat as well. The culling buying so much space. It forces 369 to half.
Farm like that, nor the vision. Now Weibo, they transition this not just into 2 kills, but an attempt at a Baron.
It's gonna have to be Cream and Kanavi. Can Kanavi get into the pit? He's just the trundle. He does not have the flash. The Baron will belong to Weibo Gaming. And now they're fighting in a 5v3. Arctic Assault lands onto Cream. He is able to dash on out with the shifting sands.
And they should be looking to take down those structures, get more gold in their pocket.
And Top Esports are looking for some sort of response, but look at Tien once again coming up clutch, finding the ultimate onto Cream, forcing the Azir to flash away, but they're still underneath the tier 2 tower, and 369 has found a flank. They go all out, but another really nice bubble coming through Mara is going to slow down the assault, and there comes that choo-choo train.
What's Cream doing?
The tower is able to find a couple of kills. The tier 2 goes down, and now it's a 3v3 across the map. Jackie Love still alive and at full HP, as Chris was able to find himself a couple on the back end of things here. Light is still strong. They still have the Baron buff in their hands. They're trying to siege onto this tier 3, break open the base of Top Esports, and Weibo are going to be able to accomplish just that.
Unfortunately, there's just more damage potential from Weibo at this stage. Kanavi can't get in without Subjugate. The hook from the Nautilus is a one-way trip if it's not onto the right target.
No longer in that indomitable position where he can really 1v9 a fight, as Weibo, their wallets are starting to pay dividends here with the taking of this tier 2 turret in both mid and bot lane. It's going to expand that lead to about 4,000. And Cream is on the other side of the map looking for some sort of trade onto the enemy tier 3 turret in the top lane. Kanavi going to blast cone over, and it might be a bit of a base race here as Xiaohu is the only one here to defend and will not be able to win this one 1v2. The Baron buff no longer in the hands of Weibo, so they cannot use the accelerated resets, and it results in that tower going down.
Yes, they probably give the Dragon for this, right? 20 seconds on that, and Kanavi and Cream are on the complete wrong side of the map. And we're getting to the point now where actually, you know, we were looking at maybe it being 30, 35 minutes, the time that Weibo needed to have rounded this game out. And honestly, that may not have happened just yet.
Giving them the most favorable matchup in that play-in stage. Now here we see Cream eventually caught out. Here comes the teleport in from the
coming.
Xiao going to try to join the fight. Everybody's in onto the Azir, and that crowd control chain is massive, and it results in Cream dying once again alone.
Yeah, I mean, they burned the TP from Xiaohu, the ulti as well. It looks like for all the world that Tian might have won that 1v1, to be completely honest with you. So again, they have to give it up. Kanavi needs to run to this Baron. 369 needs to get here.
It might just be gone. Kanavi's going to try to flash over the wall. He's going to use the blast cone. Who's going to get it?
No way!
Steal! Kanavi just yeets it away from Weibo Gaming, and now they can look for the fight. Tian's very low, but they already get the kill on a Crisp, and now Top Esports are on the run. Here comes the unstoppable onslaught. It's going to be blocked here by 369's Pathmaker, and they'll be able to get on out, but it's a 5v4 opened up for Weibo, despite the Baron being stolen by Kanavi.
And they need to make sure that Jackie doesn't get picked here.
There's a death rush or a death area set up really nicely here by Tian. He's going to go and only land that Glacial Prison onto Kanavi, but the Trundle is down. That's a mini smash lands onto 2. Weibo Gaming might have found the engagement they need as Cream was not there in time, but Jackie Love's still at full HP. And there's the shuffle we were looking for from Cream. It takes down Era. Breathe dies as well, and Top Esports are going to win the fight with Baron in their hands.
A 5v5 once again. Top Esports come up trumps Weibo. They commit so hard for Kanavi. They don't find Jackie Love, who just flashes out to safety and then immediately turns and delivers. 35 minutes into this game, Baron at their backs and 30-second death timers. Top Esports might want the series here and now.
It's going to be up to Tian. He's the strongest member in the game here for Weibo, but will it be enough against his old team? His job is to clear the wave, but he will be unsuccessful in the mission. That's an ace picked up for Top Esports, and with their backs against the wall in game 2, they somehow find a way to come back. It's off of Jackie Love. It's off of Cream, but it's most importantly off of Kanavi to steal that Baron, and it's going to be a 2-0 for Top Esports as they jump up to 14-2.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.